absolutely hilarious. When that phone call came through, I knew instantly, before Ray said anything, what he was doing. And I was absolutely laughing inside because he was like saying things like, right, just let me just explain something. Don't interrupt. I just want to explain. And I knew exactly what he was going to ask me. So I was going to say yes straight away, but I thought I'd let him swim a bit longer. He was trying to sort of butter me up and trying to sort of really sell me a good deal. So as soon as I sort of said yes, I'll do that, his reaction was like, really? Really? It was just like he couldn't actually believe it, and he was buzzing. I'd love to have been a fly on the wall to have seen that. Background story. So I was a runner before I did triathlons, and I was going to get a bit bored really. And my friend was doing triathlons. She just started. So I thought, actually, that sounds like a pretty cool thing to do. So I started on that journey of triathlons. And the reason for sort of carrying on and doing possibly, hopefully, cross fingers, Ironman, it's just the excitement, it's the buzz, and it's the capability of being able to do it possibly. As I said, I started off doing triathlons and I started doing super sprint because I was only capable really of doing super sprint. I was a rubbish swimmer. In fact, my first ever triathlon I was doing side stroke because I couldn't actually swim properly. Since joining Ray and doing PT with Ray, he's just got this amazing ability to try and motivate you and talk you and make you sort of have this self-belief that you can do more.
Yeah, we're filming. Getting...
He just told me. Oh, sure, mate, film this.
And Ray sort of just turned around to me one day and said, you can do it. You can do a sprint, which is the next level up. So I've sort of said to myself, I'm going to do things that I've always told myself that I couldn't do. So one being sprint. And I've done a couple of those now. I've done Ride London and I've done Swim Serpentine. Those other two things, Ride London and Swim Serpentine, I've always said to myself I would never ever be able to do that. But with the belief that Ray's given me, I've nailed it, and that's why I'm on this journey now. This journey to do the next step of a half Ironman.
So about 10 years ago, I started to do some running. So I joined a friend to do a Race for Life 5K for cancer research and raise some money. And before that I hadn't really done anything, but I really enjoyed it. Started to do more running, increased the distance, did 10Ks, and then just kept pushing my limits and decided actually if I can do 10K then why not do a half marathon. So started doing half marathons, reached my ultimate goal in 2021 and did the London Marathon, which was absolutely amazing, and never in a million years would I have thought I could do such a thing. But during COVID, I trained and did lots of running, which was amazing, really supported my mental health. Following the London Marathon, about a week later, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, which obviously absolutely devastated me, turned my life upside down and didn't really know what to do with myself. So had the treatment, had a lumpectomy, radiotherapy, about 6 months worth, needed something else to support my mental health and have a goal to achieve that was going to really give me something to do and keep me focused. So I joined, I signed up for Ride London, 100 miles, bought a bike, signed up to Woking Cycling Club, and just, yeah, cycling really helped me mentally. It was great for social interaction as well. And I started taking some medication which was starting to increase my weight, which I wasn't happy with at all. Having had cancer and then having to take a drug that actually makes you gain weight and then actually get told that you can't lose weight on it, I needed something to do to help me mentally. So Ride London was absolutely epic and I love that too. And during that journey I met Ray and Cindy, which then inspired me to do some swimming over the summer. And actually Ray suggested doing the Swim Serpentine. I was like, yeah, you know, I'll get my London Classics if I do that, which is fantastic. Absolutely loved it. So did that in September. Obviously, having done Swim Serpentine, it's like, well, what's next? What is next? I started to obviously gain weight during the treatment with the drugs that I was taking. So knowing that, I needed something different. I needed something new to help combat that. You know, it's Chelsea versus tamoxifen, which is the drug that I'm taking, and that and it's not going to win. It's not going to beat me. So I need something else.
I got into triathlon training earlier on this year, funnily enough. I'd been involved in half marathons, done the Bracknell half marathon a couple of times. I've done the Wokingham half marathon a couple of times. I can ride a bike. Ray's always harping on at me to get involved with triathlons. I know that ultimately swimming is my weakest link, but I thought, why not? Let's give it a go. Over the years, historically, I've always had yo-yoing with my weight. At one point, I went from 105 kilos down to sort of 74ish. There or thereabouts, and then from that, people were telling me that, my godly, you need to eat, and then I sort of stopped dieting, put on a load of weight again, and until about sort of a couple of years ago, or a few years ago, where I got back into running, and I got into that sort of quite hard, which is when I started doing the half marathons, and then Ray at the end of the Bracknell half marathon said to me to get involved in the triathlons, which I signed up for Dorney as my first triathlon, which was a sprint, and it was more of a learning curve for me, just to sort of see what the race experience would be like. And at the end of that, I came off, absolutely loved it. But I knew there were some big parts that I needed to work on, swimming being one of them. At the time, I could only swim breaststroke, which massively slowed me down. I knew I'd catch up on the running, and I knew I'd catch up on the bike. So I'm now at the point where I'm now taking front crawl swimming lessons, and they're going really well. So I hope for the half Ironman, I'm going to be able to get all the way through. Funnily enough, like a sixth sense, I actually knew that call was coming from Ray. We discuss it a lot on WhatsApp, and he's always egging me on to do either a half or a full. And for some weird reason, when that call came through, I knew that was going to be it. It started off with, "You're not going to like this," and I knew exactly where that question was going. So I was quite excited to get that call.
So triathlons, got into it last year. Background to that really is I snowboarded at quite a high level prior. Always training, there was an end goal with snowboarding. But when, like all good things come to an end, that did, and then that's going to the real world of work. I was just training and not really for a purpose. Work, I have to train quite a lot to keep our physical fitness up, and I just wanted like an end goal, like swimming, like running, like cycling. So sort of came together and I thought triathlons, incorporate all of them, so I went with that. First triathlon, bumped into Ray. He was there with another lad, and I knew Ray from old, and sort of hit it off again, and kept bumping each other at triathlons, and then here we are today. To be honest, when the first call came in, I was kind of expecting it. Ray and I both did, Weymouth last year, and I think, like myself, Ray was quite disappointed that the swim got cancelled. Felt like a little bit of a farce. Like, it's not really an Ironman. It was just basically a bike run, albeit fairly long distance. I came off the start line pretty annoyed. Got through, got to the finish, still annoyed, which is probably why I sort of raced angrily. And I actually went and booked the full Ironman, not even thinking about doing a proper half beforehand. So when the call came in from Ray, I was a bit like, thank God, I've actually got a stepping stone now. So yeah, it's going to be good. It's a month or two prior to the full, so I really need to sort of take each step as it comes, and it means that we can all train together again, which is always better than training on our own.
So I'm an ex-Royal Marine Commando, and Ray trained me to work and challenge myself to become a Royal Marine Commando. And then it was 10 years later, we reconnected after doing 10 years in the military, that we bumped into each other on the Bracknell half marathon, and we were discussing about what challenges we wanted to do next and where we wanted to go. And we found out we both shared this goal of doing an Ironman, a full Ironman. And Ray'd previously booked the half Weymouth Ironman, but cancelled it, bottled it. And it was us coming together that gave us this shared goal and desire. We were able to work out what we needed to do to achieve it. and the rest is history. There was excitement, there was apprehension, knowing what we've been through in the past, but then the excitement of knowing what the people we're going to be sharing the journey with, what they're going to be going through, sharing our experiences and guiding them through it, and then trying to challenge ourselves to either beat each other and set a new personal best in the half Ironman. Swansea's a challenging location, but a beautiful one, and it's a great finish. It's one of the nicest, if not the nicest, half Ironman locations in the UK, and it's going to be amazing sharing that journey with new people that have never done a half Ironman distance before, because there's no feeling like crossing the Ironman finish line, being cheered on by all your friends and family. Me and Ray are very competitive, and like a big driving factor in our training is to make sure that we don't embarrass ourselves and that we challenge each other and push each other. And we've had we've had events where we've finished by 1 second, a couple of minutes, and it's always usually very tight, and it's a driving factor to either train and to push ourselves in those events.
It's 6:55 p.m. It's 0 degrees outside, and I really don't want to go for a bloody run.
Lovely peepees, going out for a little run, bit rainy.
Hey guys! I so didn't want to do that spin class, but I dragged myself here. Look, it's raining, it's cold, it's dark.
6:45, 29th of January, it's cold, I'm sneezing every 2 seconds, I've got a cough.
So, just back from boot camp, it's the 31st of January, put my all into it. Swimming, cycling, running, strength, boot camp, bit of PT, slowly building up.
As regards to how I'm feeling training wise, 0 to 10, with 10 being I'm bursting at the seams, I probably would say that I'm currently today, right now as I stand, probably a 7.
What are you doing booking in so late, keeping me out of my house? Should be at home relaxing now, look at you.
Oh, really?
Okay, it's Sunday the 14th of April, we're running Reading half today. Feeling pretty good, my knee's been playing up, but I'm absolutely going to smash through it today. I'm going to take his head clean off. Come on!
In seriousness, I felt it was almost a sense of relief, because I heard through the grapevine, I think a lot of people that were in our position from Weymouth, they were all going straight away and booking, so spaces were going. There is that realisation though, as soon as you click that button to accept the slot and pay your money, you better do something about it, because otherwise it's a hell of a waste. But it does give you that purpose. At the end, you've got a goal now to work towards. So yeah, it's a new challenge on the horizon, and looking forward to it.
I was so many emotions in one go. I was buzzing, excited, petrified, terrified, all of the above, but very excited.
Terrified and excited all at the same time, but I do know that there's plenty of time to get the training in, to learn the front crawl, to be never going to be a perfect at it, but you know, I am a bit of a perfectionist, and I want to be as good at it as I can possibly be. But I think I've got enough time to get there between now and July next year.
You know what's strangely calm? You know, it's just like completing an online, you know, Tesco's online shopping thing, and it was quite calm about it. And I think the reason why is, I think, was over the years, and particularly this year, you know, there are things that you can control and the things you can't control. You know, you can control things like your training plan, what you eat, your rest days. But what you can't control is things like injury, illness, or something that might happen on the day. So at the end of the day, you do what you can, you turn up, and it's a journey. You can't always control something.
I was excited because coming back down to the half distance is a lot more enjoyable. It's a lot easier to train for. Doesn't take anywhere near the amount of pressure and strain on your loved ones, and it's just a much more enjoyable distance compared to doing a full again. So I was a lot more happier and content.
Yeah.
On me, son. Get it. 19. On me, son.
Okay, it's Sunday the 14th of April. Reading half marathon today, 13.1 miles, all in preparation of Ironman Swansea. Got Stuart here, my pal. I'm going to smash you today. How do you feel about that, mate?
Well, it's the start of the season and see who's going to get the first one under their belt.
We've got Chelsea, Lee, Cindy and Sam also doing it, so there's 6 of us. So yeah, we're really excited. Let you know how we get on. Whee! Does your wife Laura know you've confirmed and booked on?
No, she doesn't yet. I've been saving that and putting it off, delaying it as long as I possibly can. Her fear of her reaction, she'd hoped that once I'd done Wales Ironman, it would be the end of it. There'd be no more Ironmans.
Worries and anxieties for me would be the swimming. I've always had anxieties over swimming. I think mainly because it's not something that, excuse me, it's not something that I train in on a regular basis up until now. My strength, I would say, is my running, for sure, and cycling.
In terms of my strength, definitely the swimming. Having just trained for literally a couple of months in the summer and then being able to swim 2 miles, I know I can do that well. My biggest concern is the cycling, the hilly cycle. Not great on hills, have to say, but I will put all the training in and focus on the hill training and get that done. Also slightly nervous about having to do a half marathon after all of that. A half marathon's hard enough as it is. So yeah, but I know putting all the training in and it'll all come together.
My strength is probably the bike. My favourite discipline is probably the swim, although that's my weakest. Do I have any worries? Yes, I think there's always worries with triathlon. I mean, we've seen this year what can go wrong. It can be quite tragic sometimes. So definitely worries out there. You get a little bit anxious on the start line, especially before the swim. But that being said, I think if you train for it, you can train as hard as you like. You can put your best position. You just got to hope that the weather and everything's with you.
Yeah, so I did say I beat Stuart, but he beat me. 128, 134. I must admit, I struggled. I found that really, really hard for my first one of the year. I had a bit of a knee injury. I'm not making excuses. I thought I was going to smash Stuart today, and he actually smashed me.
Well, it's the start of the 2024 season. First win under the bag. The heat was challenging. Didn't expect it to be quite as hot today.
What time did you get?
Got 128 to raise 134.
134, so yeah, he done me like ever. Sam, how'd you get on?
Not too bad. Stuck to what I wanted to do, stick with pace the whole way round. It's good to get some miles in under your belt, and it's just sort of chipping away, working towards an end goal.
Left the house at 6 o'clock. The plan was originally to leave at 6:30. I got to about an hour in and my watch was saying 20 for some reason. 3 miles in, I was in bits. 6 miles in, I was in bits. I didn't settle into it at all. I had cramp in my hamstrings, cramp in my calves, cramp in my quads. Shoulders were hurting. Apart from all that, though, it went really well.
Actually, I found it a bit hard. Actually, it was a bit warm, but I did enjoy it. The whole way round, I was going, I'm not doing a marathon ever again. But I did enjoy it. Got to keep stretching every now and then, but it was good. It was good.
So it was really hard work, to be honest. It was so hot.
How was hydration and gels and stuff like that?
It was all right. I just kept eating jelly babies all the way around.
It was a good jelly baby
How
ground
did you
today.
find the hills?
Hard work. But I just kept going up and
Feeling prepared leading up to Swansea, Ironman?
yeah, no.
Give each other a hug.
It was bloody hard, wasn't it? Why did it so hard?
I don't know.
It's Thursday.
It just felt really hot, yeah.
So it was, I believe, the Cork Ironman. They had a couple of fatalities. They had a couple of fatalities this year due to the weather. I think the conditions were less than ideal, shall we say, and there was a few people that got into a little bit of difficulty. I don't know the full ins and outs of it, but unfortunately 2 people did lose their lives during that event.
Andy Hay, Mouse, was genuinely one of the nicest chaps you're ever going to meet. Loyal, supportive, friendly, funny, and just so committed to everybody that he knew in his life, family and friends. Fabulous father, great husband, and he's really sadly missed by everybody that had the pleasure to meet him. It's a combination of feelings. It's a feeling of pride, most definitely. Most men, when they get to a certain age, they like to stay fit. He took it to a whole new level, as he did with most things. So mostly I'd say I was proud, but the periods of absence that had to happen for him to go through with any of the events was sometimes painful. The hours that he spent in the saddle and on the road, and his open water swimmings first thing in the morning, they were sometimes irritating, shall I say. But he was never going to stop, and he was always looking for the next competition, the next venue, the next challenge for him. So always supportive of him, but it was a little bit of how long is this going to take to get through. Yeah, so Ray approached Andy because he needed some help with the open water swim part of an event that was coming up quite soon. And Andy had a busy week that week, as I remember it. But he knew that Ray needed that confidence because that's the most difficult and scary part of the event. And he didn't want to see him go into that event without somebody there, without having the confidence that he needed to be in the water. So he was happy to help. As I remember, he had a really busy week, but he would have dropped anything for anybody at any time. And it was so important for Ray to get that confidence with somebody who knew what they were doing. So he was happy to help. You probably know these Ironman events start stupid o'clock in the morning. And he'd obviously stayed up there the night before, and he rang me when he woke up at 4:30. Sounded bright, enthusiastic, as he always did, very excited. The day of the event is always so exciting. He'd had his breakfast, so he'd had the correct fuel, as they call it. So he was buzzing, and he was really, really excited, as was I. It was the previous Ironman that he did was an incredibly hot day, very challenging, so he was looking forward to getting a PB. So it was all very normal. Yeah, I thought they made a mistake because there was no way he was going to fail the swim, and they told me he got into trouble. Yeah, I can only imagine what it was like for the people that were there, and I've spoken to a number of them since. It must have been awful for them. For me, I thought they made a mistake because swimming was his best and the first event, so how could he be in trouble in the swim? So yeah, it was a shock, and yeah, probably denied for a long while because it calmed a bit in the swim because he was good at swimming. So yeah, shocked, I probably would say, and a bit worried.
So, 20 miles in, I'll show you the view.
I've got Hannah's shirt on, and she's got mine on. So we just arrived at Dorney Lake. I've got my sister here doing the triathlon. You excited?
Very.
Got Roxy to support and Liam as well. I look like a helmet.
So I got into triathlons through my brother, who actually told me to do a triathlon with him, so I did. And my background is I'm a swimmer, I was a lifeguard, and I've always enjoyed fitness and staying healthy. I did an Ironman because my brother signed me up to it because he thought it'd be a good idea. and it was Weymouth Ironman. Unfortunately, the swim got cancelled because of a storm, and so it was a triathlon. I have done a sprint at Dorney Lake. I've also done Olympic at Windsor, and I feel like that I didn't do an Ironman. So you have to do an Ironman, you have to do the swim. So when the swim got cancelled, to me, it wasn't doing an Ironman. So I was really disappointed, and I felt like I hadn't even done an Ironman. I was excited, so excited. I was jumping up and down, rubbing my hands together. I couldn't believe it. I was over the moon. I felt so happy, but then in the same time, I felt really like, oh no, what have I done? What's my brother done to me again? Otherwise, I was over the moon, because I love being a part of the Ironman, and the triathlon experience is the best.
So this is the moment when I've got into triathlons. I have never completed a triathlon before. The first one I do will be in May. And so what made me sign up to a half Ironman? Well, I take an interest anyway in being fit, and I do like to run and do some training with Ray and that kind of thing.
Where's Joyce gone? Joyce!
I do think it's important as well to have goals, and sometimes, you know, it might be in your career or something, and other times it's in your personal life. So I feel like this year for me, it's obviously more in my personal life and trying to achieve this. Last year I had a bit of a landmark birthday, so I hit 40, and that's sometimes a bit of a wake-up call in, you know, being healthy. And then there's lots of little reasons, I guess, that led up to it, but also, you know, my parents have had different health issues in the past year or two. And I know right before I decided to do it, my mum was having tests for something, and I said, if she's unwell, I'll need to go and support her, so I won't be able to do something like this. But if she gets a good result from today, then I'm going to seriously think about signing up for it. And thankfully it was a good result, and here I am. I have zero experience in triathlon. This is going to be all very new for me, and in many respects I see myself as the runt of the litter in this group, but somebody has to take up that position. I have completed a 10K before, and that's probably about it. There was definitely a sense of panic. I think even once I decided I was going to sign on, we did it there and then in the gym while I was still jogging on the spot trying to get my credit card details in. Because I knew if I let myself pause at all, I'd probably not do it. But anyway, we signed up, and honestly, since then it has been a general sense of panic and excitement. So.
Being married to Ray, who trains all of the time and has been doing this for 3 years now, at times has been really exhausting. I think the first year I was pregnant, so it was fine. It gave him something to do. He wasn't bugging me, and he'd just leave me alone. And then the second year, RJ was really little, and I was dragging him around to all the events, which was quite challenging. But he just slept a lot, so Ray didn't really miss anything, you know, being with the baby. And then this year has been the most challenging because RJ is now 15 months, and he wants his dad around all of the time and is constantly active. And so, yeah, when Ray is gone all of the time on 3-hour bike rides and endless swims and runs, it's exhausting. As I watched his first one, when he completed Weymouth and he was more confident in the swim and the bike and the run, now I don't get so nervous. I won't lie, I still get nervous when he's in the water. I don't know why. I just want him to be out of the water. And then when he gets out of the water, then I feel quite calm on the bike. And when I see him get back from the bike, I get really, really happy. And then I know that he has the run solid because he's just an avid runner.
How are we feeling?
I'm shitting myself. My asshole's going boop, 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 boop.
felt like I was out there for hours.
Are you glad you went down to the super?
I'm glad I went down to a super sprint for
Joyce
sure.
was set on the sprint, and I advised her to come down.
It's the swim. The swim is it's just so knackering. And I did breaststroke the whole time because I'm nervous, so...
Well done, you smashed it.
Hard. Oh, my legs. So it's the bike to the run. Your legs feel like jelly.
How was the swim?
Oh, I nearly drowned. No, it was fine.
You didn't kiss me.
I did this thing where I go like this, stroke, 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 and then I went stroke, 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 stroke. Whatever that's called.
It was brutal. I'm in pain.
It's so little, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like busted.
Yeah, and I feel really sick.
Like you don't pace yourself up.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I had an absolute nightmare at the beginning. So I put the strap on the outside of my wetsuit, and then I come out of the swim, took my wetsuit off, and the strap was caught on it. I'd already taken it all the way off. I had to take it back up, undo the strap, go on, got the bike, went out, then I realised I didn't have my bib on. So I put my bike down, went back, couldn't find my bib. My bib had blown away towards the water. So, don't have to do that.
That was tough, really.
Yeah.
Build up for Swansea and Wales?
Yeah, not too bad. Miles under the feet.
Hard because of the heat made it extremely difficult, but got it done. I fell over towards the end, and I'm like, you're an Ironman, get up!
I hated that.
How was your first half marathon?
It's okay, I went too fast off the blocks. Did my fastest 10k, which is something. But then I was dead beat for the second 10k.
Look at them over there, look. I've heard there's a girls' WhatsApp group. It's called Because We Can.
I did a 20-mile bike ride with Cindy and Lee, which was quite nice. We set off about 8 this morning and got back, I think, about 9:20. Had a little pit stop and hit the 10k. I think I've done a pretty good time, actually. So yeah.
What did you get? What time did you get?
I think I'm an hour on the nose. Yeah,
Feel like
which
you're
for me
getting
is good.
Confident now for Swansea? You feel like you're getting more ready for it? Yeah, you do. You'll get there. You'll get there.
I'll never be confident for Swansea.
You will.
I was really pleased, actually. I had the legs, definitely. It was just a bit hot today. And I need to get a two-piece tri-suit, just in case I need a few bushes on the way.
Perfect. Well done, Cindy.
Apparently brick sessions are really good training to do. Ray was telling us that we should do lots of like bike to run and stuff. So we got up this morning nice and early, didn't we? Got on the bikes.
Yeah. And someone was missing. Yeah. And yeah, that someone was really up for it in the WhatsApp group. It's like, yeah, I'm on it, I'm all over it.
We're doing it, we're
Typical
doing it, we're
kind of
doing it.
language from Ray. And
You didn't do it.
He didn't turn up.
All talk. That's what he is. All talk.
All mouth and no trousers.
Yeah.
That's the trouble.
Went
Yeah.
out having beers instead, I think.
I think he had a few beers.
We'll change it from Where's Wally to Where's Ray.
Here we go, motherfuckers. We're in London. Alright, Sam and Hannah. Hannah. Sam. Right, nearly 22 miles in on Ride 100. Got some geezer coming with a speaker, loving life. But Sam's bike's jammed, it's caught in one gear. My sister's got chest pain, and I feel pretty good with this dude. Yeah. Halfway, motherfuckers! How you feeling, Sam? How you feeling, Hannah? Good, Sam? Right, we're nearly 60 miles in. My sister's there. She said her fanny's sore. Chest pain's gone. I said I've got a couple of tampons in that bag for her. She's manned up. But yeah, she's doing well. Should put some Vaseline on the flaps. Coming up to mile 70. Just with the bro, Sam. He's smashing it, isn't he? Absolute beast. Hannah's back there somewhere. A sore fanny. All done. Medal. 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 Took forever for Hannah to finish. Jesus. Me and Sam, we had a 90-minute massage waiting for her. 4-course dinner. 4-course? 5-course? Mate, that is fucking evil, mate. Come here, boy. Yeah. Fucking souvenir, mate.
My strength will be swimming. I'm a good swimmer, I've always been a good swimmer, I'm just lucky when it comes to the swimming, which I know that the swim is what puts most people off even signing up to triathlons. If I was to do a competition, which I did do a lot when I was younger, it would be in the pool. So my weakness is the bike. I tend to come off the bike a lot and fall off the bike a lot, so unfortunately my bike's damaged at the moment, so it's in the shop being repaired. So that's going to cost 85 quid, which is fantastic. Can't wait to go in and pick that up. So yeah, so the bike, I want to concentrate more on the bike, but I can't at the moment because it's in the shop being repaired. And that's what I wanted to do, and I will as soon as I get it back, leading up to an event. I'm going to concentrate on the bike to run. Well, what spurs me on sometimes is normally when my brother's training, he'll be banging on the door. Come on, let's go for a run. So that helps. Another thing that helps is the group. So being in the Ironman group with them, they're always uploading what they've done, which is normally quite a lot. So it kind of, you look at that when you're laying in your bed, when you know that you should have got up already and done your training, kind of makes you motivated to get up and then upload what you've done. God forbid you don't wear your watch and upload it, then it doesn't count apparently. So yeah, Lee always calls you out on that. If you don't wear your watch and it's not been uploaded to Strava, it doesn't matter, you could have done half a marathon run, but if it's not been uploaded, it's not on Strava, it's not, you didn't do it. So.
Yeah. It's the 1st of June today, we're here for Blenheim Palace here with Stu. It's 1-1 at the minute, so he done me on Reading, I done him on Bracknell, and today's the decider.
Decided before getting up to the Ironman.
It's lovely Cindy, she's excited. Hey Mike, come introduce yourself. Guys, this is the crazy Irish guy, Mike.
Hi guys, I'm Mike. This is my first time doing a triathlon with these guys. We're really excited for it. And good luck to Susie Jennings out there today. I'm having a lovely time.
Here's Lee, Susie Lee. There he is. Susie Lee. How you feeling? Good.
My background story is actually quite short. About 18 months ago, I did a Tough Mudder with some mates for birthday, a bit of a last minute thing. We jumped on it, enjoyed it, came back here, had a few drinks, and by the next morning, I realised I'd signed up to do Ironman Staffordshire, which was a 70.3, thank God at the time. And then rolling on from that, I spent 20 weeks training, which I really, really enjoyed. Went to Staffordshire, had a really good time and enjoyed it. And then I got wind afterwards that there was a group from Bracknell doing Ironman in Swansea, and I heard it was headed by Ray Musin, highly motivated individual, and I decided to jump onto that.
There doesn't seem to be anyone giving out.
No, it doesn't seem to be, does there?
Joyce, you know about the initiation of Ironman?
You'll jump on
take a
that.
piss in the wetsuit while you stand there like this.
I'm glad you did the first time. You did that on Ride London 100 in front of me on the bike.
What did you say?
You did that on Ride 100 on the bike. People were like disgusted.
That's what you do.
To be honest, I actually didn't get a phone call from Ray. My initial contact with Ray was I was added to the group by a mate of mine who's also doing this, which is Lee Curtis. And I think Ray might have thought that I wasn't actually fully signed up for it. So Ray got in contact and asked me why I was doing it, had I done one before, and was I definitely signing up, which actually motivated me more to actually sign up at that time. Otherwise, I would have pushed it all out, maybe pushed it a bit forward. But yeah, pretty much from there, Ray pushed me on, got me into it, and then signed up, and I've never looked back. In triathlon in particular, not as much as I would like. As I've said, about 18 months ago is when I started this journey. Before that, absolutely nothing. Since then, I've done two sprints, both based in Fleet, and one sprint based at Blenheim Palace. It's a roller coaster of emotions. That's probably one of the best things. It's nervous, apprehensive, excited, wanting to get started, almost wanting time to speed up but slow down at the same time. It's a complete opposite emotions. One day brilliant, next day, why am I doing this? My weakest discipline is definitely running. I do train hard. I do find it quite tough to train hard, just with work commitments, family commitments, and also I do have a commitment to the pint drinking in life. That makes it even harder. But overall, looking forward to it. Really excited.
Biggest weakness would be the swim, but Swansea's in a locked-in bay, so it's nice. There's no currents, there's no waves. There was a small jellyfish last time. Then my biggest strength would be the cycling. I love hills. I love eating up the hills, and then I'm comfortable with the run at the end. The run's just along the beachfront, so it's nice and flat. There's nothing to fear for the run. It's the bike. The bike's got some gnarly hills in it that's going to require some mental resilience. So I've got a wide range. I like challenging myself. For challenge events, I've done mountain marathons, lots of different marathons around the world. And then I just wanted to challenge myself to the next level after completing the marathon distances and setting personal bests at that distance. I moved on to triathlon as I felt it was like the next challenge, and then ultimately doing a full Ironman. I've done all the distances from super sprint all the way up to the full Ironman distance in lots of different locations, from sea swims, lake swims, river swims, and each has got their own strengths, always got their own weaknesses.
So Stuart, you want to explain what happened?
Well, you beat me on the swim, easily. I closed it in on the transition, and then on the bike I was hunting you down, got ya. Surprisingly, you hung on to me for a
done this thing there, so I didn't notice him, then I stuck with him. And then I darted it for the last lap. He left me and I couldn't find him on the run, so well done mate, 2-1. 2-1.
Go Joyce.
I'm riddled with worries and anxieties, and I have no choice but to train hard. I don't really have a strength. I mean, like I said, I did a 10K before, but running is definitely not my favorite thing. I find it really hard. I really enjoy swimming, but I haven't done much open water swimming, so that's going to be a bit of a challenge. And then cycling again, I really enjoy cycling, but what we're about to do is very different to, pootling around when you've hired bikes on holiday. So it's all a challenge. I think one of the big things in motivation is not trying to bite off more than you can chew. And I like to view it as all of these small little steps will get you there in the end. So if I'm trying to go out and train and thinking of the event at the end, I would get overwhelmed. So just try and take each part as a small step towards the end goal. I have an 8-year-old daughter who I, really want to be a good role model for, naturally. Recently she said to me, "Wow, Mummy, I'm really impressed with your commitment to this." And so things like that do really keep me going, and being able to demonstrate to her that something you think you might not ever be able to do, that if you put your mind to it, hopefully I can prove to her that it is possible.
thought I would have done better to swim, to be honest. Bike was good, my chain came off. Really nice venue, super nice venue actually, really nice. And a run, sub 29, 5k, I'll take it. Enjoyed it. Cheers boys, thank you.
Yeah, I do have quite a lot of worries and anxieties, and it's something that Ray says to me as well, is that I struggle with self-belief. But I am going to train really, really hard. I've got a training plan. I'm going to be training with Ray and the crew, which I'm quite excited about. The thing with triathlon as well is you're never a master at any particular thing, because you're training for 3 disciplines. So you tend to find that your strengths are balanced across the whole 3. So it's quite hard and sometimes frustrating when you want to be better at something, because you can't, because you've got to do all 3. But one thing that does really worry me a lot is the sea swim. You know, I've never sea swam. It does freak me out a little bit. You can't control what's going to happen on the day as regards to the sea. It could be an awful day, massive waves, you know, you can't control that. So that does worry me quite a lot. But yeah, I'm going to give it a go.
Right, here we are at Salty Sea Dog. We've got Chelsea here. Chelsea, give us a wave. Lee, give us a wave. There's Suzanne, the great supporter. Cindy, give us a wave. Mike, Stuart, give us a wave, guys. How are we all feeling today, everyone? Chelsea, we'll start with you. How are you feeling?
Yeah, pretty good, actually. Excited to be at the beach.
Swam in the choppy ocean before?
No.
No?
Not choppy.
You excited for it though, yeah? Get it done.
Yeah.
Good training for Swansea.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
How you feeling?
Good. Ready to swim for a tsunami?
My belly's going.
Woo!
Go on. Chelsea!
100% I'll be training hard for Ironman. We've got plenty of time to train hard. My anxieties, I think, and worries would be the swimming. And for me, that is the hardest discipline, purely because, you know, if you don't breathe properly whilst you're out, you know, you've got a 1.9 kilometre swim, and if you don't breathe properly, you could ultimately die. So that is something that always sticks in the back of my mind, and something that I need to overcome as my worries and my anxieties, which I'm taking swimming lessons for at the moment. My strength, I would say 100% is my running. I do like running. I like to get out in the mornings before anyone's pretty much awake. I'm up at 5, I'm out at 6. Being enrolled in events helps me keep focused. You know, when you wake up in the morning, it's cold, wet, dark, grey, miserable. You know you've got an event coming up, you know that you've got to train, you know you have to get on with it. And for me, being sort of hyper-focused once I've got an event or something coming up, I think it's important that for me, when I do that event, I've got no excuses at the end that I didn't get up and train.
Do make sure you're behind those dark flags.
Okay, so I actually come from a motocross background. That is my main hobby, and I've been doing that for 19 years. I decided I wanted to try something a bit different. I love a challenge. So I usually always have a challenge on the go at the same time as racing. Things I've done in the past, I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, I ran London Marathon, even though I do not really like running. And then I needed a new challenge, and I saw the half Ironman. I did my first one last year, which wasn't the official half Ironman, but it was the same distance. And I did it because I couldn't really swim, never even put my head in the water before. I always used to swim without. I had never even been on a road push bike before. I just had my mountain bike, and I wasn't, and still not that great at running. So I thought, yeah, sounds great. Challenge, can't do it, I'm gonna do it. So when I first heard from Ray, I thought it was an amazing idea to do such a big challenge, but as a group. The thing I found really hard last year was training alone. So I thought in a group environment where people can encourage each other, it was excellent, genius. And I was in.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
first excitement and then started shitting it, basically. Especially when I saw how many hills are involved in the cycling route, and then it's been constant fear / excitement throughout.
It's Cindy. How did you get on, Cindy?
Look at that big boy.
How did you get on with your 2,500 metres?
Shite. But no, actually, I really enjoyed it. It was a good, I really enjoyed it actually.
Good.
But the current was just pushing us back and pushing us back. It was mad. And trying to breathe with the waves was crazy. But first sea swim, done.
You did it, smashed it. Oh, well done, Sil. Was that you on the boat?
We was wondering where the boat was going. We didn't know it dropped you off.
So set off, got into the water, pretty cold, pretty choppy. I was swimming with Mike for a bit actually. We were breaststroking in because it was a bit tough to get to the first buoy. Realised it was actually a bit too tough. Started to look around me and thought, just hard work and you know, I'm a bit slow here, but I'll just keep persevering. This has taken a long time. Like, it's choppy, it's hard work. Like, I can see the buoy just about in the distance, but it just keeps disappearing. And I just thought, what the hell? I kept looking at my watch, and half an hour went by, and I still was nowhere near the buoy that I needed to get to. Absolutely nowhere near. Kept battling through. Felt really sick, really disorientated. Kept looking up. Didn't know what I was doing. Powered on through for an hour, right? An hour went by and I was still not getting to that buoy, and it was just getting further away. Hoping that someone would see me and come rescue me, but you know what? No one did. I had my hand up for what felt like ages, looking around. I couldn't even see a boat, couldn't see anyone. Had a little cry, dug deep, thought, okay, I just need to get to that buoy. I need to get to that buoy so that the current can take me. Someone saw me and that boat came whizzing over and hauled me in and got me back to shore. But you know what? I really feared for my own life that day. I really did. I dug deep and yeah, I can't believe I actually covered, my watch said I covered 3,000 metres in that swim for an hour. I was battling against those waves. So yeah, really challenging.
Third out of water again. I was hoping to come maybe second, but
Where'd you come in the end?
I think third, she thinks. It's not updated yet, but the lady said third, I think, at the women. We'll see. As long as I beat Ray, that's all I care about.
Got Faye coming in.
That wasn't easy.
Well done, Faye.
That was evil. That was evil.
How'd you find it, Faye?
Tough. Just that bit on the first one. I ended up out at sea and then that was it.
That's evil. I recognise that front wall. Did it be right?
Oh, mate. Maybe I should get some water.
No, the Coke could be good for him. Have some
Oh,
Coke,
yeah, got
Ray.
some. Yeah, have a sip of that, bud.
It's fucking awful, man.
You did really well.
It's really rough, mate.
Yeah, I know.
You did it though. You did it.
Well done, Ray.
Probably the hardest thing I've ever done, genuinely. Not really fitness wise, but mentally definitely. Felt like we were going nowhere. I think I was in there for an hour and a half, got cold near the end. Well done to the guys out there in the kayaks though. I saw one of them coming at me at one stage and he was up here. And that's where I kind of knew maybe this sea swimming isn't for me.
Stuart, how did you find that, mate?
It was disgusting. There's one point when I thought I was in a riptide because the buoy wasn't getting any bigger, and then the kayak had to come over and guide me onto the buoy because I was swimming off into the channel.
Lee, how did you just that, mate? How did you like?
I found it quite easy, to be honest. I sort of got in, the waves are quite high, but you know, I just took it in my stride. I was in the water for, I don't know, 8 minutes, there or thereabouts, first out, on the race.
And fair play, mate, for making that decision, because it was not an easy swim. Hardest thing I've ever done. Joyce, how did you find it?
Well, I also got out a bit early. The current was against me basically, and I couldn't fight it. But I was really pleased because I got in. And
Right, I'll see you all later.
Well done, Joyce.
Good luck today.
Faye, how did you find that?
Really hard, but in a weird way, loved it. In a sick way.
Well done, Faye. Hannah, did you win?
I come fifth.
Come fifth?
Yeah,
Bloody hell.
the females.
Bloody hell, unbelievable.
So She
Well
did
done.
I did it like in an hour and like 7 minutes, I think, an hour and 6 minutes. So
I hated it.
That's it.
Well done.
Yeah, so this year I am training a lot harder than for my last triathlon. Been really pushing it in my running, in my cycling, and also in my swimming. Just a lot more hours dedicated. I feel most confident with the swimming. I had to learn how to swim last year, and from there it seems to have gone strength to strength, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good about the swim. My worries and my fear are the cycling and running, which annoyingly are a lot longer than the swimming on the day, but I know that I'm just going to keep pushing through and I'll be able to do it. But they're definitely my fear. So the motivation for me to carry on doing all my training, especially more so when I've managed to get out the door and what gets me out the door, and when I'm doing a run and I feel like I just want to stop and it's horrible, but you know you've got hours more to do. I think about my two friends who are very poorly at the moment. Both of them have terminal cancer, and I just know that however hard it is, this run, and however I'm feeling, I know that it will never be as hard as what they have to go through to keep going. So that motivation pushes me through to know that if they can do what they do, I can carry on and finish what I'm doing.
Ray, how many laps?
3.
Cool. Go on, Cindy. How's it going?
It's tough, but
How's
I'm
the
getting
swim?
there. Walk up the hills and then run.
Awesome.
That's my thing for today.
Tremendous. What lap's this?
I'm getting there. I'm just on my second lap.
Perfect. All right, I'll be here for your third.
So before my third, I'll make sure I look really super cool, yeah?
All right, brilliant. All right, cheers. See you in a bit.
First Olympic, and she's just finished it. Joyce, come on, Macmillan. Joyce.
Cool.
2 more laps, this one and one more. Stuart's up ahead, don't think I'm going to catch him, bastard.
I keep missing him, mate.
Early this morning. John, thank you so much.
Thanks, John.
Cindy just finished it, and Chelsea, they skipped the swim today because it's a bit dirty, the Thames, so they made it a duathlon. They made it a duathlon. How did you girls find it?
Yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too.
Tough. It was
I
tough.
really enjoyed the cycle. Got some good speed up and stuff.
Get a bit closer.
But the run was really hard with the hill, going up that hill 3
I
times.
know, I had to walk a couple of times up the little hills.
Then we did the Salty Sea Dog yesterday as well. That was really tough. And so the score with me and Stuart, it was 1-0 to him as he done me on Reading, and I pulled it back on Bracknell. Then he took the lead on Blenheim, 2-1. And then I got him yesterday, made it 2-2, but now he's taken the lead on Reading. That's 3-2 so far. But how did you find it?
It was good. I was fearful for the cycle, but it was nowhere near as bad as I expected it to be this bad, and it was just this bad. But it was fun, yeah. Got some good speed down the hills, and the run's fun. The run's pretty iconic. That's the
Stuart
most
gets
iconic part.
extra praise today as well because his dog unfortunately died yesterday, Waffles.
Waffle,
So we were up Southfield celebrating, having a beer, celebrating the Salty Sea Dog, and boom, he had to run away and his dog was dead in the garden.
Last
So
night was tough.
fair play to you, mate, again for like doing it, 'cause that's hard.
I was going to pull out, but I did
He
it
knew
for
not
Waffle.
to. He did it for Waffle. Well done, man.
It was tough.
The swim, obviously, for me was really hard, and definitely left a few demons in that river. I enjoyed the bike, but then the run was tricky at the end. No, not too bad actually. Yeah, and to be honest, I ride around there a lot anyway, so I was kind of used to it. Yeah, yeah, I gave everything. Yeah. Anyway,
come a long way since then.
So I just got back from the orthopaedic surgeon, Princess Margaret Hospital in Windsor. I had a scan on my left knee on Monday, and the news is less than ideal. I've got a double tear of the meniscus, which needs imminent surgery, 4 to 6 weeks on crutches, and then about a 3-month recovery period. That's what they say. We'll see about that. That's going to put me off the start line in Swansea, but we'll be cheering the guys and girls on from wherever I am, hobbling about, because they put some serious effort in, some serious training, and I wish them all the best. Pembrokeshire, full distance Ironman in September. That's my sole focus now. The little bit of training I can do in the lead up to that in recovery is swimming, so that's my weakest discipline, and that's what I'll be focusing on. Hopefully I can then identify in 2024 as a fish.
So yeah, first time ever today. 3 years I've done events, multiple Ironmans and multiple triathlons, like tens of dozens, and I've never not done an event, and I'm here today to spectate Lee, Chelsea and Faye, and it's just bizarre that I'm not doing it first time ever, so I'm actually glad I'm not doing it, because it's wooden shit.
Oh no.
Yes! Okay, I'm happy I'm not doing it. Take back all what I said, cut that out of the film. I'm glad I'm not doing it. Because that medal is
all
shit.
gone.
Can I just say that that medal is shit? Have you seen it?
Oh, don't say that.
It's fucking horrendous.
I nearly...
We've just filmed it.
It's not wooden, is it?
I'm not, it's fucking wooden.
I nearly just pinched one. Yeah.
For those that don't know, Lee hates wooden medals. They hate wooden medals, mate.
Absolutely hate them. They're just a nightmare. Do all that hard work and get a piece of wood at the end of it. Pointless.
Cindy, what do you think of wooden medals?
I don't mind them, but yeah, it's a lot of bloody hard work for a bit of wood.
Faye, what do you think of wooden medals?
Yeah, I like them. Save the turtles.
Chelsea, wooden medals?
Proper medal, is it?
We might as well talk into a banana.
It is my first
Wow,
Olympic.
so we've got 4 of them, their first Olympics, so yeah, how you feeling?
Nervous. And excited. But nervous.
What bit are you like nervous about the most?
Run. Yeah. Yeah, had a bit of a cold this week, but feeling better than I was, so get it finished. Buzzing.
8 laps before you come back into transition. You'll be dismounting at the line where the marshal will be. When you come back into transition, you'll
The athletes have just set off. We've got Chelsea, Cindy, Lee and Faye on their first lap, and they've got to come round and go again. Get them now and have a look.
How was it? How was it?
That was tough, man. Overall, I quite enjoyed it. That last lap, the second half of the last lap was quite tough, but then I think as I was getting to the end, I started seeing people that were overtaking me, and then I was overtaking them, and it gave me a bit of energy to smash through.
So I said, take his soul, and what did you do? You said, not today, mate.
Nah, not today. we were together the whole time, pretty much.
Yeah. So funny. I'm like, Lee, do him. He's like,
Yeah, well done, mate.
I liked it, weirdly. I quite like the laps, actually. No, I'm pleased with that, yeah.
You looked strong, mate. You looked strong. You looked good on the bike. You looked good on the swim, and your run was good. Consistent. I thought you were consistent.
That's faster than I thought I was going to do it, to be fair. Thanks, pal. What a brilliant finish.
It's mentally challenging with the laps.
Good
And no
training for
support.
Swanson.
Very good training for Swanson. I like hard work.
What was your most favourite bit?
Oh, the bike. First bit of the bike.
And
First 20k.
Least favourite?
The run. Yeah, struggle.
Hanging in there, innit?
It's hanging in there. Just mentally hard going up and down. I got a bit freaked out in the swim initially because of all the people kicking and stuff like that, and it reminded me of it reminded me of last week.
Do you know what? It weren't too bad. The swim was okay. It was all right. Not too bad at all, actually. And then the cycle was just a bit on and on and on. I lost the count, but I think I did 8 laps. And then the run, my legs are absolutely fine. It was just a little bit of a cardio and a little bit of up here, which made it just sort of feel longer. But a bloody Olympic triathlon, I've done it. I've done it. Oh, massively. Massively. It would have been good if I could do a couple actually, but so be it. Yeah, absolutely. I need to make sure I rest properly. That's the key for me.
Hello. So this is day 2 of being in the hospital. I had a crash racing motocross on Sunday, 3 weeks out from the main event. Sadly, it was a big crash. From what I can remember, we hit a bump going really fast. And the wheel got stuck in it. It was a really rough track. It was, well, I say bump, it was more of a ditch, which put us into the posts. I think the posts put the bike to a dead stop, which flipped us both off. I landed, I think, I don't know because I don't know how I've got this on my head, maybe head, but ended somehow on my knees. I'm not sure if it was the impact of this that was my injury, or I believe that the bike then bounced in the air twice and hit my back pelvis. I don't remember much, just being in excruciating pain, where the ambulance people rushed down to me and I couldn't move. They administered morphine straight away, and this took the edge off a little bit, but I had to have quite a lot. They called the air ambulance pretty immediately to check me out. So I had my surgery today. The next morning, I think it took about 6 hours. And what has happened is I have multiple fractures that they've had to piece back together, but the worst bit was that it was completely snapped in half. So the front of the pelvis was separated and the back of the pelvis was overlapping. that was the worst pain, as I had to lie on that. I can't move. I'm lying flat now. And obviously it was loose, so I couldn't move very much. They have now screwed it all back together in the surgery, realigned it. They had to realign it all. They said it was very significant damage, but luckily they believe they could fix it easily as it wasn't too out of line. But they think it will really help, and they're positive that I will be able to compete in triathlons again. So I'm really happy. And yeah, my plan is to take my time to recover, and next year I will, as long as I get signed off and can start my training, do a full Ironman. Yeah. Oh, is that the wrong way? Oh no, it's that.
So, training bike requires. Even a road bike is not stopping me.
Three weeks out, Ironman Swansea, 3 weeks today. Everything's feeling good, body's feeling strong, confidence is high, absolutely buzzing.
So we're here, we've arrived in Swansea, got us Moni baby, look. Down the way down, this is the life of an Ironman. He was good on the way out in the car. Hannah, how was your drive?
Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, mostly had to go for a wee.
How was your sleep on the way out?
Lovely. Lovely, lovely.
It's a really good question. I had to look a lot to try and find the perfect word to explain where I am, particularly in this stage of life, really. And the word that I chose was ignite. And what I mean by ignite was to ignite the fire in my belly, ignite the self-belief, ignite the self-motivation as well. You know, at my age, life can be a bit boring, so we need that fire in our belly. So ignite is the perfect word.
So I have two words. The first one is belief, and that is because I truly believe that if I put the training in, then I can achieve amazing things. I've proven that to myself in the past, so I truly believe now that that is what can happen. The other word is trust. So I trust myself, I trust that I will do the training, and I trust that I will show up the best that I can on the day, and that's ultimately why I've chosen those words.
My word would be focused. The reason being is anything that I put my mind to, I have to focus on it, and when I focus on it, I focus hard. And without focus, there is no purpose.
My word I would choose would be cheerfulness. I think it's in any event, when you're suffering in the despairs of like pain and suffering, if you can think back to your funny moment, it can carry you through any difficult moment, and it carries on to any moment in life.
Consistency. You need to be consistent. You have to be. This is a hard game. Like, triathlons are difficult. It's 3 disciplines. So I have to be consistent, because if I'm not consistent, I won't get through. With diet, with training, especially with the discipline that you're the weakest at. Yeah, so consistency would be the word that I would use.
It's definitely team. I truly think, even though triathlon is a very individual sport, in the group that we're in, it's always nice to have someone with you, someone behind you, someone in front of you, someone to keep you driving forward, someone to make you enter events, someone to make you better than the person that I suppose I was last year in triathlon. So yeah, one word is team.
The one word that I would choose would be privilege, because I think, you know, I am very privileged to be able to do this. There are lots of people in different positions around the world who would love to have the opportunity, and I get to do it, and I have to remind myself that that is a privilege.
So we're just in a fancy family-owned Italian restaurant. It's got garlic bread, margarita, and there's RJ. Just have a little munch.
Hello.
Cindy, give them away.
Pasta, spaghetti, yeah, and some garlic bread. No, we haven't actually ordered yet. I'm hungry now.
Really excited, yeah, great energy in the group. Can't wait to see them all smash it tomorrow.
I am going to order a spaghetti carbonara and I'm not going to have a beer, I've decided.
What have you ordered?
I got a carbonara.
Wine.
So what you got? What food you ordered?
We're so natural on camera.
Was it fun today watching Mummy back her bike up? No.
It's 4:18 a.m. It is July 14th. Game day for Ironman. So, see how today goes.
I think I will finish. I think I would have to drag myself over that finish line. I can't really give you a time, I really can't. And I know there is a cut-off time, but all I can say is that I want that person that's blowing their whistle saying, you need to speed up as we're going to have to pull you out. I want that person to be as far away from me as possible. I will drag myself over that finish line. I've learned that training, the right training, makes it easier. Not that Ironman is easy at all, but I really do hope so. I really want to achieve this.
I know I'll finish the Ironman. I believe in it. I trust myself to achieve it. If I get inside the cut-off time, amazing.
100% I'll cross it, whether I'm crawling across it or I'm running across it. Either way, I'm going to be crossing it. In terms of time, I would like to think that I'm going to be sub 7 or sub 6 hours. There or thereabouts, but for me, I'd just be happy finishing it as the first half Ironman.
Go on, Lee! Go on, mate! Woo!
Our first Ironman together, there was lots of fear, excitement, apprehension. That was the first time we were covering that distance, so we were like unknown if we were going to reach it, achieve it. Ray had doubts, and he'd written out this message that he was going to send me saying he was going to quit, and yeah, we were really unsure if we were going to be able to achieve it. So part of me was just glad that we both made it to the finish line and achieved it, and then another part of me was like, damn, he's really smashed me here and put me in my place. It did contribute to me wanting to catch up with him and close that gap and try and beat him next year.
I am going to finish it. I'm going to make sure that I get to the end and I run through that finish line. I'm going to hopefully do it in 7 hours, maybe 7.5 hours. I've just given myself a bit extra for the bike because I'm a little bit slower on the bike, especially when there's lots of hills, which I know there's going to be, but I am going to absolutely smash it. I'm just going to do what I always do. I'm just going to think of my kids and I'm going to think of the beer at the pub at the end. Also, I feel like that this to me is going to be an Ironman because it got taken from me. It was robbed from me the year before because they cancelled the swim because of some lightning, so we weren't able to do the swim. So unfortunately, we weren't able to do it, so I'm going to smash this Ironman for sure.
I really hope I finish. With the amount of training that we're all going to put in between now and July, I hope for sure that it pays off, and I hope that on the day I will give it everything I can to make it pay off. But I'm also very aware of the fact that it's the first time I've done anything like it. So honestly, if I came in 8 hours, 29 minutes, 59 seconds and just make it, I would be very happy with that.
I did hear that it was one of the toughest on the Ironman calendar. That's why I chose it really as my second one. Particularly the sea swim. It's going to be hilly because we're in Wales and Wales is simply hilly. I think that my time, hopefully 6.5 hours, but I'll be happy between anything between 6.5 and 7 hours. Cheers to that.
I saw him on the run and he accelerated. I saw it, he went like Sonic. He saw me, he went, I was like, shit.
The legs are sore.
Yeah, my legs are sore. I've done it. We finished.
Good job.
Well done on the filming.
How do you feel? How do you
yeah,
feel?
I feel good. I feel good. Stuart!
Well done today. Thank you, thank you.
So me and Stuart, so on the swim, I was in front of Stu because I started a little bit before him. You good? And then on the bike, I was near the end, and then Stuart caught me. He's like, "Moves on," and then we decided to stick together on the run. We called it a truce on our back and forth who wins, and we just stuck together on the run.
What a nice way to end it.
I'm not ready to do this now.
Come on. So let's just break down what happened on your today's event. Let's talk about it. So basically, I'll talk. She's a bit emotional. She was 1 mile in on the bike, got a fucking puncture, which was a nightmare. You're gonna have to change this film now with 18 because we're swearing. And then she had to wait for 20 minutes for someone to come fix her. 3 lads said, "Are you all right?" And they stopped, done her inner tube, fixed her, and she actually finished the bike, but was 9 minutes short on the run because she had to wait 20 minutes for someone to come fix her. So she just got unlucky.
Yeah.
So we've decided, well, she's decided, but Cindy more so, who's going to come and chat now. They're going to do Ironman Weymouth September, so there's another 6 weeks now. No more filming for you. There'll just be a picture of them finishing it. Kind of redemption.
Do you know what? I loved every minute of it. I loved the swim. It was absolutely amazing. The bike, yeah, didn't really want the hills, but hey ho, did the hills. But I just missed the run, cut off by about a minute. But I'd already decided that I wasn't going to do the run anyway because I could just feel the effects of COVID. So I just thought, I'm not going to do the run. That's fine. It's Chelsea. I'm done, darling. You're done, sugar. Yeah, I didn't do it.
Well, the swim I loved actually. I loved the swim, although I got kicked in a few times.
Sideways, looks better
Bike was very, very hilly. I'm ready for some bits. I hated the run. I enjoyed the swim. I felt good in the swim.
He smashed it, he's super fit, and we got towards the end of the season a bit like competitive, but all jokes aside, he is an animal. He proper went for it, and he was coming for me, and when he saw me on the run, he was like excited, so I was like, fuck, and he was like, fuck, and it was good.
54 seconds I lost.
But a win's a win.
It is a win. A win is a
If
win.
England win tonight on penalties,
Yeah.
no matter, it comes home, we won.
Exactly that.
That's it. But we shook hands, he's a beast, and that's it.
Yeah, it was a good event today. I enjoyed it. The bike was hilly as hell. It was a tough bike ride, to be fair. I was cursing Cindy. She told me it was a 5% gradient.
Can I just say he beat me on the bike as well on the timing, so he is a monster. And there were tough hills. They were hard, weren't they?
Really were.
Proper hard.
I found it really difficult, especially all the hills. Yeah, Swansea's really hard. There's lots of hills. The bike was really, really hard. And then there was like a loop, so you had to do like 2 lots of hills, the same ones which were evil. So, but I'm glad I'm done. But I did find it really, really hard. I found the run quite difficult as well. And but I can get my tattoo now. I've done a half an Ironman. I'm happy. I can retire.
I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. Definitely to improve my running. I've said this from the very start. I need to improve my running. I start training a bit more for running and stuff. But yeah, definitely enjoyed it. Thank you for the support and all that. Thank you for videoing as well. We appreciate it. But no, it's been good. And now
Did you enjoy the
back
swim?
to the beers. I love the swim.
Did you enjoy the bike? What did you find
Love the
hardest?
Just the run. The last 10 kilometres of the run. I had it last year. This is not my first time. I did Staffordshire last year, and the last 10 kilometres of the run, I got a pain down here. And it's not an excuse, but you can't fight through it. You know, I was like this. I was like jumping over, and then it just stopped. To be fair, but other than that, it was a good out.
But like that, I said Mike's a secret beast. He can have it. Well done.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Coming, football's coming home. England, 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 England.